just don't think Will has much of a chance.
Brother Willie has engineered my child to think he cannot survive the next 5 minutes without eating.
Hot dog, potato salad, tacos. I want chili. Yeah.
Taste, consistency, none of that matters. It's edible.
I've seen him take food out of a garbage can. Brother Willie children will eat till they choke to death or explode.
We have a padlock on the refrigerator because he does not have the control that it would take to stop or slow down.
It's a constant battle every single day.
It breaks my heart. I'm just really excited for William that he has the opportunity to be able to be a part of this program.
Uh-oh.
Oh, my gosh!
We miss you so much, baby.
I know that.
Will's behavior is, at times, out of control.
Take the camera out of my face. Take the mom. Get the camera out of my face.
I mean, Will's so out of control.
No one be here. Let me out of here.
The only thing I'm going to say is it just sucks being me right now.
It's a constant battle every single day. I don't want my child to die.
My name is William Rivera. I have Prader-Willi syndrome. Some kids think I'm overweight. I don't like it, and I can't control it.
If we were to let our guard down, William would eat himself to death.
Literally.
Literally.
Here's my room. Come in my room. I really love baseball. I turned 14 this year. They call me Babe Ruth. Give me a glass. Hey, baby.
People look at our child and think, oh my God, look at that fat little kid.
People will assume, because I've let myself get overweight now, that, well, no wonder he's so overweight. Or because he misbehaves in public, it's because we don't control him as parents. We haven't taught him to behave.
They don't see it as a disorder.
Prader-Willi syndrome is a genetic disorder that affects both physical and behavioral health aspects of an individual's life. Most people think about Prader-Willi syndrome as being a disorder of obesity. And there are very clear behavioral disturbances associated with the disorder as well.
Oh, I feel much better.
William will never be able to live independently, and this is going to be a battle that we are going to have to battle every single day of his life.
I love my mom and dad very much. They know it, too.
When William was 2 months old is when he was diagnosed with Prader-Willi syndrome. He was actually in the hospital for failure to thrive. They ran a genetic test, and it came back positive for Prader-Willi syndrome.
Prader-Willi is a deletion in the 15th chromosome. Depending on the child, the severity of it differs. It causes low muscle tone, speech impediment, learning disabilities.
It's hard to walk. It's hard to run. And I can't eat junk food either.
One of the biggest symptoms with Prader-Willi is Will doesn't know that he's ever full. His whole existence in life is to find out where's next snack, meal, what are we having for dinner, what can I sneak, what can I grab.
Right there.
This one?
Yeah.
Two's good.
Okay, what else? Hot dog, potato salad, tacos. I want chili. No, I want that.
Well, I'll give you a good bit.
One thing that people sometimes misunderstand is that folks with Prader-Willi syndrome are insatiable rather than that they feel hungry all the time. They never feel full, whether they get a small portion or a very large portion.
Because Will gets into food all the time, because he's always hungry, we have to, one of the precautions we have to do is we have to keep the refrigerator, all the sources of food locked in the house. So we've got keys, we keep them hidden in different places. We typically have to change the places we hide them because he's smarter than we are and he figures out where we hide them. But we have a padlock on the refrigerator. Taste, consistency, none of that matters. It's edible. One time he got into a box of confectioner's sugar and ate like the whole box of confectioner's sugar.
I've seen him take food out of a garbage can. Come on, Will, you know, when's enough enough? Prader-Willi children will eat till they choke to death or explode.
Because he does not have the control that it would take to stop or slow down.
See, one more thing.
I've cried coming out of his room before with the containers of empty food. There was still probably, I would say, at least half a box in there. And I'm sure he sat here and ate every one of them right after one after the other until they were gone. This is something he's genetically designed to do. He cannot control it. And I refuse to punish him for that.
Prada Willie has engineered my child to think he cannot survive the next 5 minutes without eating. It's a constant battle, every single day. I don't want my child to die.
Oh, crap. Oh, my God.
Oh my goodness, how good is the number?
210.
What have you eaten?
Nothing.
3 weeks ago, we went to the endocrinologist, and after some lab work, we realized that William has indeed developed diabetes. It's been something. We're using it as an aid and just helping William to make better choices.
You just have to be very, very careful the rest of the day, okay?
He's now on insulin as well as pill form of medication to treat it. Even though he says he didn't sneak anything, I find that a little hard to believe. As careful as we are, he still manages to find ways to get what he wants.
They love me very much, like I love them. They don't want me to die.
He's in a constant battle every minute of his waking life. He wakes up at 4 o'clock in the morning, and it's like he's on the prowl.
Didn't sneak nothing?
No. No, I don't. Mom, I got it. No. I am.
Will's behavior at school is at times out of control. It's more aggressive and not so much towards his peers as much as it is towards the adults. He's just finished a school year that really just ended in a very bad way.
A teacher walked me to the principal office. Then I get really angry. They're saying I flip a trick. And the coach come in and I start throwing stuff. I start throwing books at him. I destroyed that room like a lot. So I get a stapler and I'm gonna staple on his arm like this. Staple, like 4 staples. And they kicked me out of school because of that.
I just don't think Will has much of a chance. There's been so much water under the bridge that I don't think that he is going to stand a fair chance in the environment he has been in up to now.
I can't control it. I can't control my anger.
It breaks my heart. When I found out, I was actually at my girlfriend's house, and I got the phone call from Pittsburgh. I cried. I was so excited. I couldn't even speak for a little while. It was just like a big, huge gust of fresh air. It was just a relief. William had heard that the phone call was Pittsburgh, so he was standing in the doorway, and he kind of mouthed to me, "Am I going?" And I gave him the thumbs up, and he was so excited.
What kind of clothes are you going to take up there?
Jogging suits
What is your job?
for exercise.
I'm looking forward to the weight loss that he'll be able to obtain while he's there.
I think that's it, buddy.
I think it's going to give him the tools that he needs to make some of the choices that the hard choices that he faces every day. Love you, baby.
Love you.
Don't be showing those guns off in Pittsburgh.
We leave in 2 days.
It's a new hope, a new beginning.
In order to save his life, he has to go.
We'll see more freaking Mom.
His behavior's a risk because it's getting far more aggressive.
Get the camera out of face. No one be here. Let's be out of here.
I am looking to Pittsburgh as being the best hope for William. His health is at risk by having the weight on, so I'd say that's important. His behavior's a risk because it's getting far more aggressive and to a dangerous stage. Tonight, when I go to bed, everything's going to be in the car. So when we get up in the morning, all we have to do is put us in the car. Now, it's to a point he has to go. In order to save his life, he has to go. This is a life-changing trip for William, for all of us, for the whole family.
People all over knew Clyde. He was just such a fun and happy guy all the time. Clyde was an avid runner. He loved to fish. He loved doing anything outside. He had jobs. He had a girlfriend. He gave his girlfriend a ring, and they were engaged. I think the true marker of people thinking they're successful with Prader-Willi syndrome is if the person is thin and healthy. And Clyde was thin and healthy. A few days after his birthday in 2004, Clyde went to a baseball game with the people that he had been doing this with for years and years and years. Someone had mailed him a check for his birthday. Somebody else took him to cash the check, not knowing that you're not supposed to let Clyde cash a check. He did go to the concession stand unsupervised, and he had all this money, and so he bought a lot of food. By the afternoon, on the way home, he was vomiting and saying that he felt really bad. We met at the hospital at the emergency room, and they started pumping his stomach, and he was in pain, and he was able to tell me. I ate a couple of burgers, and I had French fries, and I got a milkshake, and then I went back and got ice cream, and oh, I'm so sorry, Mom, why did I do this? It just went so fast. It was sepsis, his stomach burst. Clyde went to the emergency room on Sunday, July the 19th, and 4 days later, he died. I had never pictured him dying from the syndrome, and especially so quickly. People always say, oh, he had such a great smile, and fortunately, that's what I remember too. That's the picture I have.
Good morning, William.
We arrived at the Institute. William was so excited to be there, he literally climbed over me to get out the door when we pulled in. He could not wait.
I'm Corey. I'm one of the nurses upstairs, okay?
Okay.
And I'm going to be the one taking you upstairs and showing you around today. Okay?
We walked in, and it seemed like he owned the place. As soon as he walked in, he just had that air about him, this is my place, it's here for me.
Here you are. Son, you have this room all to yourself, okay?
I'm Dr. Chirpus. I'm one of the doctors here. It's nice to meet you, too. We are a crisis management unit. William has a fairly traditional or typical presentation in terms of having both some physical complications associated with weight gain as well as the behavioral health components.
Nice to meet you, Aaron.
For many people with Prader-Willi syndrome, this is the first time they've been in a community of other folks that have Prader-Willi syndrome.
Brittany, this is William.
Hey, William.
Nice to meet you, Brittany.
Nice to meet you too, William.
And it makes such a difference, and really things start to make sense and have meaning for life in a brand new way. And that's a pretty amazing thing to see.
Hi, William.
Who are you here?
I'm Christine. I'm physical therapy. How are you?
Hey.
Can we check you out and see how strong you are?
Yeah.
I want you to walk to that door and back as many times as you can. I'm going to time you for 6 minutes. Okay? Ready? Set? Go. You're doing a great job. Keep going. How about if I walk with you? Come on.
My mama.
I know. You'll see her in a little bit. Can I walk with you? Come with me. We'll talk while we walk.
Get the camera out of face.
All right, take a breather.
I want to see my mama.
She'll be out. She's in meetings. She'll be back out.
I want to see my freaking mom.
Okay.
You
want to see your mom? Is that what?
I want to see my freaking mom.
I was in a meeting with one of the doctors, and I heard a noise, and I thought, wow, that sounds like William.
Mom.
She'll be out in a little bit.
Can I just stop and see if that's William? I really feel like that's William, and it's really hurt my heart. Is that William I'm hearing? I had to talk to him.
Yeah, of course.
Smile, baby.
Get it out of my face.
Let's go to your room, okay? Let's go to your room. Let's go to your room and talk about this. Come on. Please, can we? He was in PT and did not want to move anymore, and, you know, he just had a little meltdown. Can you just tell me what happened, though?
No one be here.
Okay, can you tell me why? Can you just tell me what happened?
Let me out of here. No one be here.
Okay, can you tell me why? Can you just tell me what happened? What happened?
Let me out of here.
It's work. We talked about that, didn't we? It's not going to always be easy. There's going to be hard things, right?
It's really a lot to swallow. I know you're worried. I wish you were here. The only thing I'm going to say is it just sucks being me right now. I mean, Will's so out of control.
Even in the midst of that meltdown, I was still like, I'm the mom. I have to fix this. I think he's just on overload. And I think he's having a hard time processing all this.
Part of the behavioral tendencies of having Prader-Willi syndrome is to occasionally have tantrums and to become upset in a novel environment or when things aren't going exactly as expected.
The thing that really struck me the most was just seeing the other kids there with the same syndrome as well, realizing that we weren't alone. So that was actually kind of a comfort.
My name is Brittany McKinnon. I've been here at the Prader-Willi Institute for about 3 weeks. I like it here. I really made a lot of friends. Especially William. He's a cool guy. I like him.
Ready for lunch?
He seems like a really nice guy. He really does. And I think we'll be coming to be good buddies.
You're going to eat with your friends down in the main cafeteria. We have an area for our unit where you guys can eat and get served breakfast, lunch, and dinner. We have a server that will serve you each of your meals every day.
Okay.
How's my handsome boy?
They go to the cafeteria, they all sit down. They have a section, actually, where they're at. There's a partition up that kind of separates them from from whoever else is eating down there, so they're not looking on other people's plates and being tempted by that.
Because people with PWS have low muscle mass, their metabolic rates tend to be lower, which means that they actually have a lower than normal caloric need. They actually need far fewer calories than most individuals in terms of a weight maintenance program. Our typical weight loss regimen for folks that come in with obesity complications would be 600 calories a day.
Oh my goodness, the other kids there just welcomed him in like nothing I ever imagined possible. This is such an amazing opportunity for this family to be able to be a part of this. And I think there's only one of these places in the world. I think is almost appalling because there needs to be so many more places like that. Will's being able to take part in that is just a phenomenal blessing.
I have a feeling you're making some new longtime friends here. What do you think? Think I might be right? Yeah, I love you. I want you to get some good sleep tonight, okay? Okay.
I hate saying goodbye to William, but it's good. It's good. It's bittersweet. I'm very, very proud of him. I'm going to miss him a lot. It does make leaving easier, knowing that he's already got a bunch of friends that are there to support him.
William was placed on one-to-one supervision within the first couple days that he was here.
You're not hurt when I can't make it.
He's had difficulty with physical aggression, verbal aggression.
Take the camera out of my face.
He's here to help with stabilization of behavior.
William was placed on one-to-one supervision within the first couple days that he was here. He had the difficulties in physical therapy, and then that evening, William had some aggression towards staff. He threw a bucket of water into the hallway, and he was rather upset during that first night.
How are you today, William?
I'm doing good, Kristen.
All right, everybody can start walking.
William, where's me, bud? We set him on one-to-one supervision. It's one staff to William. They're with him during all awake hours. When he goes to his therapies, they'll attend those therapies with him. His meals, even room time, just while he's sitting there, the staff is with him.
We thought that it would be beneficial for him to have one particular person dedicate all of their energies towards him to help him adjust.
Come on, Michael.
In physical therapy, they do a 12-minute walk run. It's a 12-minute time session where they're given a goal by the physical therapist on how many laps they need to complete in that time frame.
My goal is 15 laps. I can't run anymore.
Don't run.
When we go out there, I'm tired and it's hard. It's hard.
What keeps you going? What keeps you motivated?
Corey.
Give me a high five. Come on. High five. Come on. Awesome. Nice job. Can you keep up with me? What's your goal? We're working on that weight chart, right? What's your goal? 100?
They weighed me on Monday.
Where are we headed?
Since I've been here, I lost 19 pounds. Uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
So everybody start walking around the outside.
My shoulder hurts.
11.
It's killing me. I can't take it anymore. It's killing me. I can't take it.
It's because you're working so hard.
How many more?
Just checking out. We're not yelling.
One more lap, and I think we'll be done. There's only like
Last one. Last one.
We're almost done. You've done a really good job, William.
I can't make it.
I'm really proud of you. Just one more, we're done. One more, we're going upstairs.
You don't hurt me. I can't make it.
We made it all this. We're here. We're going to complete our entire day. We had an awesome day.
Take the camera out of my face.
Okay.
The first couple phone calls that we received from William, he would beg for me to come pick him up and bring him home, and he hates this place, and he just was having a very, very hard time. Honestly, at first I just wanted to go there and get him and bring him home. And then I knew that, you know what, he does have those behaviors at home. And I'm glad that they're seeing him so that they can help him deal with how to change him. It's absolutely about the behavioral as well as the food.
Just did the last lap. See?
I need to sit.
William's had a long history of behavior discontrol. He's had difficulty with physical aggression, verbal aggression, property destruction, both at home and school. So he's here to help with stabilization of behavior. We work with helping him to recognize his triggers that make him upset. We work with him on developing coping skills to handle his emotions in a more healthy way.
I know you're feeling real tired. You're doing a really good job of that.
I know that. I got a little frustrated because I can't make it, but I did. Some people want me to help me, and I know that. And
All right, well, that's what we're here for.
That's I'm here for.
We're making it to our goal.
It's not gonna be easy.
It's not going to be easy. But you're able to do it.
Mm-hmm.
And you've earned all your points for PT.
Thank you, Grandpa. Hey, Brittany.
Hello, guys.
you doing, William?
I'm doing good.
Nice to see you again. There you go, buddy.
Are you Joshua? Yeah. I'm Corey. I'm one of the nurses here. It's nice to meet you. How was your trip up? Good?
Yeah, fast.
Fast?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's very nice to meet you, Josh. I'll be talking with you, okay?
Okay.
Our son Josh is 12 years old. We're here because Josh was really, really sick, where it got to the point where he could, pass.
He came in on a stretcher, and they transferred him to a wheelchair, and that was like his breathing diminished so bad to where he was
about to get a trait.
You got new friends. If we wouldn't have brought him in, it would have been fatal. And learn a lot about.
When weight reaches a critical level, a person can go from being, not healthy to being very ill very quickly. And Josh is among a number of folks who have come at that level of illness.
To get this weight off is going to allow him to breathe better, to be mobile, and
enjoy
just
life to the fullest.
Right. I'll tell him to watch on TV.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
His clothes are falling off of him.
Look how baggy you are.
Brittany was somebody who came up to Will and just started encouraging him immediately. She told me that you were boyfriend and girlfriend.
Yeah.
Hey, bye-bye.
You are.
Oh my goodness sake.
Lucky I brought somebody.
How are you doing?
I'm thrilled to see him. He looks so good. He just looks good. His clothes are falling off of him.
Look how baggy you are.
Come with my weight chart.
Yeah.
Come on.
What is the square count?
The square, that's how many pounds, so.
That's a pound?
Yeah.
You're your second sheet of paper.
Yeah. I have a
Look at
second
you.
piece of.
Look at you. He doesn't even look the same.
He's working so hard. We're really proud of him.
Those pants were so tight on him.
Is that right?
I absolutely can notice a physical difference on him. Not only are his clothes bigger and hanging on him, but even underneath his clothes, his skin just isn't as tight and it's pulled as it had once been.
Follow me, Dad. I want to show you the bathtub.
Ooh, you got a good bathtub.
Oh, yeah.
I've never seen him do a chore.
Is that true?
Told you, look.
I know, Dad.
We miss you so much, baby.
I know, Dad.
You know this is the best place, right?
Mm-hmm.
We've thought about it hard. Did we make the right decision? Are we being bad parents for sending him here? This is probably the best decision we as a family has ever made. That child has never been as happy, never been as healthy.
I love you.
We got you glasses.
Oh,
I brought you some new shirts.
If those are falling off,
No, this is falling off.
that's impossible because those...
This is falling off. It's slipping down. This is the...
William, do you know those were so tight you'd have to almost suck your belly in?
It's slipping off.
His attitude is amazing. It was so cool watching him make his bed, and that kind of stuff has never happened before. So it was just all around. He's a different kid.
Mom, don't help me.
I'm not.
Mom, don't help me. I think that's the first time
Ever.
in your life you've ever said that.
I make my bed when I get home, Mom.
He told me not to help him with anything, making the bed. He said, don't help me. I said, okay. I don't know how to not do that, but I'll learn.
Look how much easier you're moving around. Look how you're not breathing like you've been running laps.
I saw Brittany in the hallway.
I know.
She told me that you were boyfriend and girlfriend. What's so funny about that? She said you've been liking her since you first got here.
Yeah.
The last time I saw you, you could not even put your shoes on. He couldn't put his shoes on or tie them. He would never be able to do that. Show Alex. Now you can tie your shoes. That's amazing. So good to see you. I'm so proud of you.
Another major way we are helping William is by training the family. First, I'm going to tell you how he's doing. He's been here for 6 weeks. I know physical aggression was a behavior that you were concerned about coming in. His first 2 weeks, he had 6 physical aggressions. Second 2 weeks, he had 2 physical aggressions. In these last 2 weeks, he has had 0. So he's doing better. We are working closely with his parents in preparing for his return home, preparing them to develop a structured routine schedule when he's home, preparing them to have a food secured environment for him. We're working on developing a behavior management program for him when he goes home, not only at home but at school as well.
We've been telling him that, you know, well, we're going to work with you, we're going to work right next to you.
We talk about that in group as well. And when I ask him, who's going to help you the most? Who's going to help with diet? Who's going to help with exercise? It's mom and dad.
You want to play soccer?
Yeah. All right, we're going to head.
Joshua was admitted to the program essentially immobile, and he has been able to progress to the point where he is now able to walk significant distances with a walker.
I got you. We're going to walk to your walker, okay?
Let me just get it ready for you.
We have seen a big improvement in Joshua since he's been here.
He's up walking, kicking a soccer ball, but he's doing it with the help of his walker. But we're happy to even just see that part because he's making big leaps and jumps and bounds, and, you know, he's just as happy, and, you know, it's a real good thing for him, so. He's lost like 15 pounds.
Yeah.
And I mean,
and once he starts getting more mobile, the weight will start falling off. So
right.
they said
we're happy to see that. Way to go, Jose.
That was cool. Oh my gosh,
Very nice.
Do you realize this is the first time in your life that you've ever exercised that I've seen?
I'm so proud of you, William. Do you remember that phone call it seemed like just a few weeks ago?
Yeah.
Do you remember which phone call I'm talking about?
I know.
What'd you say? I hate the bike. I don't want to ride the bike. It hurts my legs. Do you remember that one?
Yeah.
Only have about a couple more weeks in and I'm leaving. Oh no, I'll give him my phone number so he can still keep in touch with me.
I've been here for like 3 months, lost 26 pounds. I'm losing a lot of weight, that's for sure. And I'm so ready to go home because I get to see my dog. I think I'll be pretty successful going on my own, not getting into stuff. Because I told my dad life doesn't go back, and I'm not going back, so I'm heading straight forward.
He can reach me anytime he wants.
Right.
From the very first day at the Institute, Brittany was somebody who came up to Will and just started encouraging him immediately. And it's nice to see that that Will and Brittany are as close today, 6 weeks later, as they were then, if not even probably more so.
Yeah. A joke. Okay. You gonna do me?
Yeah, not mom.
Who's that?
Eileen. Eileen the doorbell, but it must be broken. That's why I knock.
Bad boy. Oh, thanks, bud.
You're welcome.
Go away. Go away. Thank you, William.
You're welcome, Brittany.
Seeing the weight loss in William after this 6 weeks has been amazing. William understands that by losing the weight, he's getting healthy. And that's important to him as well as all of us.
We'll be coming to get you before you know it.
Today I'm at the Children's Institute to pick up William. Oh my gosh!
Guys, this is it. I'm leaving. I'm breaking out.
It was sweet for me watching the people that really actually cared for him beyond just their job. William is off the charts excited about coming home.
I'm home!
So this is it, huh?
Yeah, pretty excited.
You're pretty excited?
Yeah.
William's shown really remarkable progress. He's been successful at losing weight, and he feels really good about himself for being able to lose that weight.
I've been working hard past these days. Total of pounds, I lose 58 pounds.
When William first got here, he could be easily aggressive, he had a pretty bad temper, and as time went on, we were able to take him off the one-to-one because of the coping skills that we had worked on with him. We haven't had any explosive behavior, he hasn't been physically aggressive, and it's a huge improvement from when he first got here.
Take care of yourself. Keep in touch.
All right.
Bye-bye.
Today I'm at the Children's Institute to pick up William. He's been here for 3 months. And today's just a really exciting day. I get to bring him home, and I'm looking forward to that. Besides the obvious weight loss, which has been tremendous, just his whole attitude and demeanor seem to have really matured quite a bit since he's been here. Oh. Oh my gosh! William, Harley, you have no belly.
Seeing the weight loss in William has been amazing. The Children's Institute is the only thing that would have been able to do this for William, to succeed to this level, this quickly.
I am excited to go home. I'm waiting I've been counting the days off. I've been behaving. I did my exercise. I tried to do. I went all my PTs. I bought something for me.
You want something for me? Wait. Ooh, is that lotion?
I bought this with my own money.
Yeah.
And I want to so appreciate that you got me here and how much you've done for me.
Saying goodbye to some of the staff members was really hard.
You ready for your trip home?
Yeah.
We're gonna miss you.
It was sweet for me watching the people that really actually cared for him beyond just their job.
Good luck. Guys, this is it. I'm leaving. Bye, Andy.
I want you to do good. You hear me?
Good luck to you guys too.
I'll miss you.
Bye, John. Bye.
Ready, Freddie? You break it out.
I'm breaking out.
He's worked really hard. He's crossed a lot of hurdles.
I gotta go.
And he's ready, and we're ready to have him home. I'm ready for my family to be back together.
Or do you want to stay a little bit longer?
No, I want to leave.
Are you sure?
No.
Stay another week or two, maybe lose a couple more pounds.
No.
William is off the charts excited about coming home.
Step back, let me see. Where's your belly, Jelly?
It's gone.
Turn around.
It's gone.
Oh, my.
I'm home!
William! Hey, Will!
Hey, Chris!
How you been?
Look at me! Donnie!
I just knew that by family and friends being here for William, it would just emphasize the amount of love that people really have for him.
What'd you think, Chris?
Hey.
Chris, what'd you think?
Like, I mean, it was like all the way out here.
I know.
Like,
Where'd he go?
I don't know.
You ready to go inside?
Come on, let's go.
You want to hang out in the yard?
My babies! My babies! Hello, baby.
It's great to get home today and see Chris here and Donnie and Stephen, William's brothers, just surprising him. It meant a lot to William that everybody was here welcoming him home. It was real special for him. I know he'll remember it forever.
The Children's Institute has saved William's life. It has helped our family in that we are better now to help William and understand William.
There's no more excuses. We got what we needed. We've got all the tools. He's been to the only place in the world that could have helped him. And now he's back home. It's time for us to do what we need to do. I think our biggest challenge is going to be food.
Good. Delicious?
Delicious.
No more candy bar here or cookies there.
I love you.
It's time to quit preaching and put into practice what we've learned.
You be okay? Yeah.
The information I received from the Institute gave me ideas in how to live with Prader-Willi syndrome and how to just help control it. I feel that this part of our journey is over. But in another sense, our journey's just beginning. And I think I feel okay with it.
Let's go. Let's go.
Well, I'm definitely better prepared for this journey than I was 14 years ago, that's for sure. So we'll just see where it takes us.
I still have Prader-Willi. It's gonna be hard, but I can do it. I can do it because I'm William Weaver.
I just don't think Will has much of a chance.
Prader-Willi has engineered my child to think he cannot survive the next 5 minutes without eating.
Hot dog, potato salad, tacos. I want chili. Yeah.
Taste, consistency, none of that matters. It's edible.
I've seen him take food out of a garbage can. Prader-Willi children will eat till they choke to death or explode.
We have a padlock on the refrigerator.
Because he does not have the control that it would take to stop or slow down.
It's a constant battle, every single day.
It breaks my heart. I'm just really excited for William that he has the opportunity to be able to be a part of this program.
Uh-oh.
Oh my gosh!
We miss you so much, baby.
I know that.
Will's behavior is, at times, out of control.
Take the camera out of my face. Take the mom. Get the camera out of my face.
I mean, Will's so out of control.
No one fear. Let me out of here.
The only thing I'm going to say is it just sucks being me right now.
The behavioral health aspects of an individual's life. Most people think about Prader-Willi syndrome as being a disorder of obesity. And there are very clear behavioral disturbances associated with the disorder as well.
Oh.
William will never be able to live independently, and this is going to be a battle that we are going to have to battle every single day of his life.
I love my mom and dad very much. They know it, too.
When William was 2 months old is when he was diagnosed with Prader-Willi syndrome. He was actually in the hospital for failure to thrive. They ran a genetic test, and it came back positive for Prader-Willi syndrome.
Prader-Willi is a deletion in the 15th chromosome. Depending on the child, the severity of it differs. It causes low muscle tone, speech impediment, learning disabilities.
It's hard to walk. It's hard to run. And I can't eat junk food either.
One of the biggest symptoms with Prader-Willi is Will doesn't know that he's ever full. His whole existence in life is to find out where's next snack, meal, what are we having for dinner, what can I sneak, what can I grab.
Right there. This one? Yeah.
Two's good.
Okay, what else? Hot dog, potato salad, tacos. I want chili. No, I want that.
Well, I'm going to give you a good bit.
One thing that people sometimes misunderstand is that folks with Prader-Willi syndrome are insatiable rather than that they feel hungry all the time. They never feel full, whether they get a small portion or a very large portion.
Because Will gets into food all the time because he's always hungry, one of the precautions we have to do is we have to keep the refrigerator, all the sources of food locked in the house. So we've got keys, we keep them hidden in different places. We typically have to change the places we hide them because he's smarter than we are and he figures out where we hide them. But we have a padlock on the refrigerator.
Taste, consistency, none of that matters. It's edible.
One time he got into a box of confectioner's sugar and ate like the whole box of confectioner's sugar.
I've seen him take food out of a garbage can. Come on, Will, you know, when's enough enough? Prader Willi children, it's a constant battle every single day. I don't want my child to die.
My name is William Weaver. I have Prader-Willi syndrome. Some kids think I'm overweight. I don't like it and I can't control it.
If we were to let our guard down, William would eat himself to death.
Literally.
Literally.
Here's my room. Come in my room. I really love baseball. I turned 14 this year. They call me Babe Ruth. Give me a glass. Hey, baby.
People look at our child and think, oh my God, look at that fat little kid.
People will assume because I've let myself get overweight now that, well, no wonder he's so overweight. Or because he misbehaves in public, it's because we don't control him as parents. We haven't taught him to behave.
They don't see it as a disorder.
Prader-Willi syndrome is a genetic disorder that affects both physical and...
Eat till they choke to death or explode.
Because he does not have the control that it would take to stop or slow down.
So one more thing.
I've cried coming out of his room before with the containers of empty food.
There was still probably, I would say, at least half a box in there. And I'm sure he sat here and ate every one of them right after one after the other until they were gone. This is something he's genetically designed to do. He cannot control it. And I refuse to punish him for that.
Prader-Willi has engineered my child to think he cannot survive the next 5 minutes without eating. It's a constant battle every single day. I don't want my child to die.
Oh, crap. Oh, my God.
Oh, my goodness, how good is the number?
210.
What have you eaten?
Nothing.
3 weeks ago, we went to the endocrinologist, and after some lab work, we realized that William has indeed developed diabetes.
It's been something.
We're using it as an aid and just helping William to make better choices.
You just have to be very, very careful.